What do you want? Huh? Alright. Easy, no running or jumping or... Okay, alright, calm yourself. Hey, stop. Yeah, thanks. I know, that's the part I hold. Come here. Really, boy? He wants to play. I don't want to play. This is still too near. Broken fiberglass. Don't eat that. Hey. Look at that. Bait. That's pretty cool. No time to fish though, I gotta make videos. This one has been especially tough. Nothing for you to eat over there, is there? Good. What you're about to see was difficult for me to reenact. And it was difficult to share. And one of the reasons it was difficult to share is because I made a mistake. I did something dumb. Fortunately, I didn't get burned too bad. But also my buddy boat captain there, Mike, who is a mentor to me and has taught me an awful lot about boating, kind of made a decision that was wrong. I've thought about that long and hard, and he fared okay. He's a little more experienced with docking, and I followed him like I have been for quite a while, kind of blindly. I didn't think it was a good idea, but I followed him because he knows more than me, and in that situation I fared worse than he did. My initial plan was to do something different. He kind of talked me into it, right? Like I said there, the plan was to leave this mooring field in Titusville, and the reason I don't have any footage of leading up to it is because everything had been going wrong leading up to this. Lost a bunch of footage on my SD card, my generator stopped working, the outboard was giving me trouble, my motors, my brand new motors were acting up, everything seemed to be trouble. And then the wind picked up terribly at this mooring field. And I called him up. I said, hey, Mike, I said, I can't stay here. It had been all day that the wind was blowing, and it was supposed to get worse. And I showed him on a map, if I go north about 3 miles and turn right, I'd be able to get into the lee of the island out of this terrible northeast wind. And there's a beach over there. I would be able to walk the dogs, and it wouldn't be so rolly. And I had looked on avionics, and there was plenty of water, supposedly, according to the charts. But instead, he convinced me to go just into the marina, which was a lot closer. It would have saved me about 6 miles of travel, and in there we can get provisions, we can get fuel, and I decided, okay, let's do that. One of the second mistakes that we made is we didn't call. We didn't call first. He told me, he said, no, the way we always do it is we just go in, we'll tie up to the fuel dock, and then we'll figure out where our slip is going to be. Because I had talked to somebody at the marina earlier, somebody also named Mike, and they told me that there was slips available. But again, I was just going to anchor out somewhere else and get out of this terrible weather. Instead, I followed Mike in, and things got pretty gnarly. So I'll just let it play out a little bit, and I'll show you how it went down. And at the end of the video, I'll talk a little bit more about the lesson that I learned. Couple lines ready. Yeah. I guess.
Alright, let's do it.
Right. Crazy, crazy. He's free. Bad time to fall in. Looks like he had to gun it to get it to do what he wanted. We are free. Let's get her in gear. Might be a little rough docking this thing. Hoping to go in, nose into the wind, settle gently up against that concrete wall. That's the plan, at least. As soon as I'm in there, I'm going to try to hustle. I'll tell you about it once it's all done.
That wind's gonna grind you, you're gonna start breaking way away from it.
Roger, roger.
Doing good, you're coming in better than I was.
I knew I had to be nose into this wind.
Yeah, I turned around.
I think that's it. Oof. I'm in sideways. That's it. That's it. I'm gonna crunch. Yep. Be right back. I'm gonna go forward. I don't need to be on that wall. It crunched me freaking hard, man. So I'm gonna go forward and turn left in the shelter of the land. All the way forward, correct?
I'm saying, go to the dock we talked about, the public dock, if you want to just hang on till we let this wind settle down. And or pick me up, and then we can, two of us get you in down there, but the wind's still bad in there no matter.
All right, meet me over at this dock. The public dock.
I got a belt came off, and I got to deal with it because I can't stay on the fuel dock, he said.
Hello. Hi, Mike. No, yeah, that's a bad idea. How about that last, where was it, the furthest north? Are there slips over there? Because the wind is real calm over there. Okay. All right, I'm right in front of that opening right now. It looks calm enough. 8:36. I'll keep an eye out for it. Thank. All right, thank you, Mike. Bye. They're meeting me on A dock. They're meeting me on A dock.
All right, I'm right here.
All right, I'll swing out and pick you up then. Can you jump on? What the hell is that? Top of a boat. Jesus. Right.
Say where?
36, halfway. Aye, aye.
Go to your right. Go forward and just stay to your right. The wind will just push you out.
Yeah, yeah.
I think just like you do, get down here and spin around and keep your nose in the wind. Good now.
Where? Here? 30?
Stop.
Yeah. I see ya.
Stop, spin around, keep your nose in the wind. You do good like that.
You want me to back her in, eh?
No, you don't have to, but it's up to you. If you get over it, I think you could. Nice and easy. A little bit forward. Floating that way.
Aye. I might just nose in for now.
Up to you. You can do it. Either way.
Yeah, I'm not screwing around.
Go up to that point. Let me get a rope on
Oh, what?
it. I got a rope. Good.
Bend me off?
Neutral.
Yeah, neutral. I'm in neutral. Let me give you a little backwards.
Yep.
That's it.
Good. Yep. This will work. You can get going from there. You see that thing in the water out there?
Yeah.
That's like a freaking boat.
Yeah, it's a fly bridge.
Seen it before?
Yep. You know, he floats around every once in a while.
Well, it's from that wreck out there.
I know people get wrecked.
Crunch my baby pretty good. Right here. broke a line, hurt my elbow. Talk more about that later. Yeah, I was in a terrible place there. You know, maybe you couldn't see it on my face. Kind of felt like the world was laughing at me, though. The whole time I was starting to question myself, you know, leading up to that, and then definitely after that, and a few days after that as well. I started asking myself, what am I doing? You know, am I cut out for this? Am I going to hurt myself or the dogs, or am I going to sink the boat or blow these new motors up? I mean, everything started feeling like the worst was about to happen. And yeah, despair was really kicking in. However, since then, Mike and I are still friendly. I think we're in a better place. Thing is that my learning curve is steeper than his, and I'm starting to catch up. And there's been a few times since then where I did not feel comfortable with the situation and refused to do it. One time I really had to draw the line in the sand, and he went one way and I went the other way with our boats, and he anchored somewhere miles away from where I was because I didn't feel comfortable going and following him again. And I really wondered if that was going to break our relationship, and it did not. Mike and I think are growing closer as friends as the trip progresses, and we're definitely learning from these mistakes. And the lesson that I learned was that you are the captain of your ship, no matter what. I don't care if somebody's leading you by the hand and they're telling you to do something. If it's your boat, you are responsible. Your hand's on the wheel, and I mean, you can't blame anybody else except yourself, because you ultimately make the decision. And again, since then, I've not felt comfortable and didn't do things. And it's getting to the point where Mike and I are both becoming more experienced with these situations, and we are collaborating a little more closely instead of me just following blindly. And since then, we've had some pretty good days, and I'm sure there will be some more tests in our future. But hopefully not right away. I'm enjoying these fair weather days that we're having lately, and you know, I just don't want my boat to get beat up anymore. But yeah, so anyways, like I mentioned, I did lose some footage, but I do have some from my time in Titusville. I wound up spending 3 weeks there, and while I was there, we visited the Space Center, and there was an island for me to go walk the dogs on and all that fun stuff. I'll talk about that, and I'll show that in the next couple of videos. So thanks for watching as always, and hopefully you learn from our mistakes, and hopefully we learn from our mistakes too. All right, I'll see you guys later. How about you, pups? You didn't learn anything, did you? You just keep shedding and keep drooling. And... Come on.